Hallo julle, as jy in matriek is en jy doen Paljas, die voorgeskrewe werk, die voorgeskrewe drama van Chris Barnard, dan is jy nou op die regte plek, nee. Ons doen nou eers net 'n bietjie agtergrond, maar voor ons enige agtergrond doen, maak seker dat jy hierdie boek gelees het, dat jy hierdie drama gelees het. So before we can do the background of Paljas, the drama for matrics, make sure that you've read the book and you know what's going on in this drama. And this is how the cover page look like. It's written by Chris Barnard. And there's also discussions about Paljas. So this is a book that you need to read before we can proceed. Okay, let's look at the agtergrond of die background dan. Ons sê dit is geskryf deur Chris Barnard. Maar wat beteken Paljas? The title is Paljas, but what is the meaning of Paljas? Now, Paljas is nothing else than a clown, and all of you know a clown in a circus, né? Wears funny clothes, so you can see it in the picture, actually on the front page here. And toermiddel, ons almal weet toer is to do magic, om iets te verander, en in hierdie boek sal julle sien hoe verander hy gesindhede. He will change attitudes, and he will change people, but to the good, nee. Goed, kom ons kyk, and all of you know that a Paljas, of a clown, is kry ons in 'n sirkus, en dis daar vir die vermaak, en mense lag vir Paljas, maar sometimes deep down, there's also heart sore or issues, because he's a human being as well, and people don't see him, don't regard him as a human being. But let's read or let's go through the whole drama. Now, for background, something about the author. It's, as we said, it's written by Chris Barnard. He passed away, I think, in 2015. There you see. But he also wrote several books with his wife, and he was married to Katinka Heinz. One of the most beautiful stories was the story van Clara Verheer, and his latest work was Die Wonderwerker, a beautiful movie. If you have time, please try to watch it. Nou, wat is 'n drama? Ons sê die drama kom van 'n Griekse woord, the Greek word, wat om te handel, of dit beteken 'n drama teks word geskryf om opgevoer te word. Sometimes it's just two people on the stage, and sometimes there's more than one characters. So, 'n dialoog is handeling. You also learn the character through the dialogue, hoe hulle praat met mekaar, the way they talk to each other. Sometimes they ignore each other, and that also indicate something about the characters. Goed, so die dialoog en die handeling is daarom baie belangrik. And therefore the author of the drama must be able to describe these acts and the verbal discussion and the verbal communication very well. Hoe lyk 'n drama? Hoe word hy uiteengesit? First of all, right in the beginning, we must know what's going on in Paljas. So we must have a background, and that we call die uiteensetting. And as I said, die drama bestaan uit karakters. Die karakters word aan die leser gehoor bekend gestel. Nou, die gehoor is the audience, the reader, it's you and me, wat hierdie drama dan nou lees. Nee, die ruimte en die plek is dadelik bekend aan die gehoor. Nou, ruimte en die plek, we also use the word the milieu, die agtergrond. And in this case is in die Karoo. Now, you know the Karoo and the northern parts of the Western Cape, and we learn the characters. Some of them are in the church and in McDonald's. McDonald's is die gesin, the close family, en hulle is natuurlik, alles draai om hulle. That's what's important, nee. Dis duidelik, it's very clear dat Willem nie kan praat nie. Willem is the little boy, he can't talk. He can hear, but he can't talk. There's nothing wrong with him. Hy kan nie praat nie, en daar is spanning between Willem en Katrien. Die motoriese moment, motoric moment, wanneer die dinge gaan begin. Die handeling word aan die gang gesit. And what happened here? We see the circus is coming to town. Die ontwikkelingsfase, how we develop in this phase. Die progressie, every story must have progression. Remember, every poem must have there must progression in a poem as well. Die nar met sy paljas en sy vriendskap met Willem ontstaan. Immediately there was a bond between Willem, the boy that can't talk, and the clown. Ons sê dis 'n vriendskap, a friendship between the two. Die gesinslede, the family members were unhappy en hulle het innerlike botsing ervaar. You can't see them fight, but you know inside they have issues that they must first deal with. Beskuldigings word rondgegooi, they blame each other. Frans en Bertie baklei selfs. Now later on we will see this uiterlike conflict, where they fight and where they hit each other. Die nar, the clown's name is Manuel. Try to remember that. Bots met die dorpenaars, the people from town, toe hy kerk toe gaan. And there's also conflict between Katrien and Hendrik. Now, Katrien and Hendrik, that's a mother and father of Willem. Remember the boy that can't talk. Die krisis, dit ontstaan gewoonlik in 'n ernstige situasie waarna die wending. Now, after the crisis, there's always a change, and that is what wending is, Die feit dat Willem nie kan praat nie, dra by tot die spanning, because the reader and the audience, they wonder and they think, what's going on with Willem? What is wrong? Katrien gee amper in as 'n ander man van haar liefde verseker. So immediately we see there's not a good relationship between Katrien and her husband Hendrik. There we have the name Hendrik and Katrien. That's important that you must know how to spell the characters' names. En die gesin word nie deur die gemeenskap aanvaar nie. Now the community is a gemeenskap, they didn't accept the family because they have this boy that's not talking and they thought something is wrong. So we learn a lot in this drama about prejudice, labeling, how we label people. Die hoogtepunt, the highlight, is die opwindendste deel. Most exciting part of this story, or the drama in this case, is wanneer Willem start talking again. Now, as we go through, we will see what happened. Why did he start talking? Die spanning word onmiddellik verlig. So immediately there's not that load of stress. As die McDonald's weggejaag word by die volstruisdans, now in the Karoo there's a lot of ostriches, and they ask the McDonald's to leave the ostrich dance. That is always a highlight of the year. Dan veroorsaak dit dat die McDonald's se lewe ten goeie verander. Okay, so the whole life and perspective change after that. Dan het ons die ontknoping of die afloop, right at the end of the drama. Ons sien die oomblik wanneer die spanning na die hoogtepunt verlig word, die probleme word opgelos, solve all the problems here. Hendrik wys na die volstruisdaan dat hy die innerlike stryd gewen het. So Hendrik is the father, he also had issues, and it's almost like he's relaxed at the end. Hy besef dat hy nie minderwaardig hoef te voel nie. There's no need for him to feel inferior, because Katrien, he thought she hasn't she's in an affair with one of the farmers there. Hy glo dat Katrien hom liefhet en hy wantrou haar nie meer nie. He can trust her now. Die dorpsmense kom vrede maak. Vrede of course is peace, en almal kom nou goed oor die weg. They got along. En Willem kan weer vlot praat. All of a sudden he's very fluent in Afrikaans, of course. And Emma is nie meer so bang nou. Emma is his sister. We will look at the different characters now. For months, toe sy en Nolly mekaar soen nie. Now Nolly is a boyfriend. We will meet him later. Now, where does this all take place? As we see, it is in the Klein Karoo, and it's in Tweewater. Now, Tweewater is very small. Here you can see it still exists, very small, between De Rust and Uniondale. Tweewater is 'n klein spoorweghalte en die treine stop nie meer daar nie. No train stop there. 'n Paar kilometer suid van die spoor, south of it, is 'n klein dorpie wat bestaan uit winkels, 'n koöperasie en 'n groot kerk. Because the farming community is quite big there, and the church is always the center where they get together on Sundays. Toerwater slaan uit by die tema, want om te toer beteken om iets wonderbaarliks, there you can see miraculous te laat gebeur, deur geheimsinnige aksies uit te voer. That is what toer, when you change something, and something that you never expect happens, something miraculous or mysterious happen then. Ons het gesê die title of course is Paljas, beteken toergoed. Hy gebruik Paljas, toergoed. Die nar is in 'n sirkus, laat die mense lag en hy is 'n grap maak, everybody in the audience laugh at the clown. Hierdie nar het dan ook vir Willem leer toer. He taught him different tricks, and Willem, of course, he was so fascinated by these things. But the community and people thought, oh, that is evil and mysterious things that's going on there. Nee. Om te toer en na die mense te doen, they thought people doing these things are actually evil. Remember, this was written long ago. We come to the verteltyd en die vertelde tyd nou. Die conflict is 'n stryd wat die karakters voer. Ons sê sometimes it's inside, as I said, inside issues that they had to solve, and sometimes it's outside, where they fight and where they shout at each other. En ons sê dis 'n emosionele stryd, nee, Katrin se innerlike konflik, and she was unhappy, and that we call also innerlike konflik. Sy wou amper toegee toe Francis sy liefde verklaar. When he declared his love, Francis is one of the farmers, she almost fell for this affair. Uiterlike konflik is daar botsing is when they shout, when they talk to each other, and you can see it, nee. Geweld, violence, woordewisseling en argumente word aangetref. En by die volstruin staan die mense van die Toorwater, hulle gevoel teenoor McDonald's gesê toe hulle bestook hulle met eiers en tomaties. They threw eggs and tomatoes. And then the conflict in Katrin and Hendrik was very visible, very clear. Now, what is the theme and the message? Now, the theme of a drama is not always the message. Message is that if you after watching the drama and you go away, then you've got a message to take with you. The theme is what it's all about. Now, what is the main thought? There you can see the hoofgedachte. Dis universeel, in other words, it's applicable to all people all over the world, en dis nie gebonde aan tyd, ruimte of karakter nie. Die circus thema, now we see the circus theme, because the circus came to visit this Toorwater, is sentraal in hierdie drama. En dan sien ons, wat is die rol wat hierdie circus op mense, how did they, the circus, simple as a circus, how did they change other people's life? In this case, Willem's life. Die kyker leer elke karakter, en is duidelik dat die circus op elkeen het 'n invloed. Invloed, of course, is the influence. Now, Manuel, we said Manuel is the clown, he had a positive influence op elkeen gehad. You will see later on when the circus left town, Manuel stayed behind, because he thought his work there is not done yet. He's still something to do for him. Hy het eintlik glad nie bonatuurlike toergoed gebruik nie, om die gemeenskap weer gesond te maak nie. Now this is the most important thing. He actually healed the community. He was in the process, they were not aware of it. No one was aware of it, but Manuel thought he can heal the community. He can heal relationships, and that is the problem. That was the relationship between Katrin and Hendrik, the relationship between the parents and Willem, and between Emma, his sister, and Nolly. Okay, die boodskap is die lewenswaarhede of insigte wat die verhaal voortspruit. Dit is die ouers se negatiewe optrede teenoor mekaar, wat hulle kinders benadeel, omdat die kinders kan dit nie verwerk nie. The children, they don't know what's going on. And poor Willem, he thought it's because of him that the parents are fighting. When there's a divorce or whatever, the children sometimes think it's because of maybe they've made something. And of course, that's not true. The parents must solve their issues first, and then of course the child. But that, fortunately, this happened in this drama. Die mens moet oor jou probleme praat. That's also like a message. Talk about your problems. And don't start shouting, and don't be aggressive, because that will never ever solve a problem. A waarheid vir my, a truth for myself, is aggression causes aggression. If you shout at someone else will shout back. And that is something to learn, to get used to. Aanvaar andersdenkendes en wees verdraagsaam. Tolerate other people that think maybe different, like a clown in this case, and don't be prejudiced, or don't judge someone who's a clown who can change something, who use magic stuff or magic works to change people's attitude or to let them laugh. There's nothing evil about it. Die intrigue sê ons is die gebeure, and that is what happened. That's actually the storyline. So it's very easy. It's how this one thing follow the other thing. Die verteltyd is hoe lank dit neem. In this case is about 117 minutes to tell the story, to do the drama. So it's 1 hour and 50 minutes, more or less. Die vertelde tyd is die tydperk, the stage waar deur die verhaal gedek is. And in this case, it is, the background is the 1960s. Now that was long before your birth, but if you watch the drama, you see the clothes that they wear, the way they talk to each other, the background, the houses, the church, and then you can see it played off against 1960s. Die rekwisiete wat gebruik word, dui daarop die verhaal in die 60er jare, as I said, nee. You can see the steam train, the cars that they use, the clothes, die safari pakke, maybe your grandfather wear a safari pak, I'm not sure, brilrame, frames of the glasses, and the style of the hair. And there you can also see it's typical 60s. Die vertellersperspektief, jy kry eerste persoons verteller. Nou, ons sê dit gewoonlik is it mainly, most of the time it's one of the characters in the drama, but there's a disadvantage, want hy is baie subjective. Hy sien en ervaar die gebeure only from his perspective, and not as a holistic approach. Nee, die voordeel, the advantage is dat hy sy emosies die beste kan oordra. That is also an advantage because he's in the middle of the situation, so he can convey and actually the truth or what really happened. Sometimes not the truth, but he's in the middle of the situation. A derde persoon verteller, that's important to know. In this case, we have a derde persoon verteller. En dis die gebonde aan tyd of plek nie. And so it's from outside. It's more objective maybe, ons sê dis meer objectief, want die kyker weet dat wat elke karakter sê, sien, hoor, voel en dink. And that is the main advantage of a derde persoon verteller, a third person. Die verteller is ook alomteenwoordig. He's present all over, dis weer die kyker wat aangenop, elke tyd en plek en ruimte. But there's a disadvantage, dat die kyker nie altyd die emosies. Sometimes the audience, they don't understand the emotion of each character. Goed, dit is dan net die eerste les oor die agtergrond van Paljas. Ons gaan nou na die tweede les toe wat verder na die karakters kyk.